Sure, I can help you with that. I will write an engaging YouTube video script about Square loan late fees. Since the current date is June 12, 2025, I will make sure the information is up to date as of this date. How often do you hear a small business owner sigh in relief after securing a loan, only to then immediately start worrying about hidden fees, escalating interest, or the dreaded late payment penalties? It's a common concern, and for good reason. Traditional lenders often layer on fees that can make a seemingly good deal turn sour faster than milk in the summer sun. But what about Square? If you're a Square user, processing payments and perhaps even eyeing their loan offers, you might be asking yourself the very question that forms the bedrock of today's deep dive. Are there late fees on Square loans? It's a critical question for any business relying on flexible capital, especially when daily cash flow can be as unpredictable as a British summer. Understanding the intricacies of your loan agreement is paramount to maintaining financial health and avoiding nasty surprises. And when it comes to Square, their approach to business financing is, in many ways, quite different from conventional banks and even other alternative lenders. So let's unpack this. First, let's set the stage. Square, known primarily for its point-of-sale systems and payment processing, branched into financial services to support the very businesses that use its platform. They recognize that small businesses often struggle to access traditional financing, either due to stringent credit requirements, lengthy application processes, or simply not having collateral big banks demand. Square Capital was born out of this need, aiming to provide accessible, streamlined funding to eligible Square merchants. Now, here's where we get to the core of our question. Traditional loans usually come with an interest rate, which is a percentage of the principal that you pay over time. If you miss a payment, that interest can compound, and late fees are often tacked on, increasing your overall debt. But Square's model is different. Square loans, specifically those offered through Square Capital, do not have ongoing interest charges. Instead, they operate on a fixed fee model. When you accept a Square loan, you are presented with a clear, upfront fixed fee. This fee is a predetermined amount added to the principal loan amount, and it's the total cost of borrowing. It doesn't change, regardless of how quickly you repay the loan. This is a crucial distinction. It means that the cost of your loan is transparent from day one. You know exactly what you owe back in total. So, if there's no ongoing interest, how does that affect late fees? The simple answer, as of June 2025, is that Square Capital loans do not have additional late fees added to your total amount owed. This is a significant relief for many small business owners. The fixed fee model inherently avoids the punitive nature of traditional late fees. However, no late fees doesn't mean there are no consequences for missed or insufficient payments. It's vital to understand how Square's repayment mechanism works and what happens if your daily sales don't meet the repayment expectations. Square loans are typically repaid through a fixed percentage of your daily card sales processed through Square. This percentage, known as a holdback rate, is automatically deducted from your daily settlements. So, on days when your sales are high, you repay more, and on slower days, you repay less. This flexible repayment structure is designed to align with your business's cash flow, making it easier to manage repayments. But what if your sales dip significantly, or you have an unexpected slow period? Square does have minimum payment requirements. While the daily deductions are flexible, there's usually a minimum payment that needs to be met over a certain period, often every 60 days. If your daily card sales, through the automatic holdback, don't cover this 60-day minimum payment, Square Financial Services may debit the remaining minimum payment amount due from your Square balance. If your Square balance is insufficient, they can then debit your linked bank account. This is where the no late fees comes into play. You won't see an additional charge explicitly labeled as a late fee on top of your fixed loan amount. However, falling behind on your minimum payments can still have repercussions. One of the primary implications of not meeting your repayment obligations, even without a specific late fee, is the potential impact on your future loan eligibility. Square continuously monitors your repayment performance. If you consistently miss minimum payments or struggle to repay the loan, it could negatively affect your chances of receiving future loan offers from Square Capital. This is a big deal for businesses that rely on this type of flexible funding for growth or unexpected expenses. Square's system is built on a reciprocal relationship. They offer you capital, and in return, they expect consistent, timely repayment through your sales. Disrupt that consistency, and the algorithm might see your business as a higher risk, potentially limiting your access to future funds. It's also worth noting that if you have a borrow loan agreement through Cash App, which is also part of the Block, formerly Square, ecosystem, the terms can be slightly different. For some Cash App borrow loans, there might be overdue interest or an outstanding balance fee, incurred if you fail to pay the outstanding balance by the due date. This highlights the importance of always reviewing specific terms and conditions of any loan you accept, even within the same family of products. For Square Capital loans, however, the consistent message is no additional late fees. So, what should you do if you find yourself struggling to meet your Square loan repayments? The best course of action is always proactive communication. While Square's system is largely automated, they do have support teams. Reaching out to Square's loan team if you anticipate difficulties or are already falling behind is crucial. They may be able to offer guidance or discuss options, although rescheduling payments isn't a standard, guaranteed policy. It's on an individual basis. But demonstrating good faith and actively trying to find a solution is always better than ignoring the issue. Prepayment is another aspect of Square loans that many business owners find appealing. Since there are no ongoing interest charges and the fee is fixed up front, there's no financial benefit or penalty for repaying your loan early. The total amount you owe remains the same. However, you can make additional payments toward your loan at any time through your Square dashboard. This can be beneficial if you have a sudden influx of cash and want to reduce your outstanding balance faster. While it won't save you money on fees, it will free up your daily processing for your own use sooner and can positively impact your eligibility for future offers. The key takeaway is transparency and understanding. Square's loan model is designed to be straightforward. The fixed fee is the fee. The repayment is tied to your sales. And while there are no hidden late fees, responsible repayment is still crucial for maintaining a healthy relationship with Square and ensuring continued access to their financial services. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.